This slight uptick is not something to be alarmed about, but something we're watching with caution.
Scientists who track coronavirus in San Diego now say we may be seeing the beginnings of the next COVID wave. ABC 10 News reporter Jeff Lasky shows us the early warning signs of a possible new surge.
Doctors and scientists in San Diego track all kinds of data when it comes to the pandemic. Now 2 years in, they have a pretty good idea of what to look for to predict COVID surges.
We certainly look overseas for signs of what might be coming here, and we've seen some of that in the past.
Dr. Christopher Longhurst is the chief medical officer at UC San Diego Health. In recent weeks, he says countries such as China and the UK have seen a spike in COVID cases, possibly tied to the new BA2 variant. It's a subvariant of Omicron. When there's a spike internationally, it usually finds its way to San Diego. And Dr. Longhurst says they have a way of telling when it arrives.
Wastewater testing was something we started at University of California, San Diego on campus very early in the pandemic.
Local scientists have been tracking wastewater at the Point Loma sewage treatment plant. The virus starts showing up there 1 to 3 weeks before we start seeing a surge in case numbers. Sure enough,
we've seen the wastewater going down for the last several weeks. And then just last week, the monitored data has taken an uptick.
Dr. Longhurst walked me through the chart. In the middle, you see a small rise during last summer's Delta wave. That huge peak toward the right was from Omicron in January. At the far right, you see the first tiny signs of this new uptick. Even if it is the start of a new wave, Dr. Longhurst thinks San Diego is in pretty good shape.
We're cautiously optimistic we'll see less of a bump here in Southern California, where we have pretty good vaccination rates.
Dr. Longhurst says the early warning allows people to prepare for a new wave. For UC San Diego Health, they're keeping some mask requirements in place for the time being. Dr. Longhurst says people should take a risk-based approach, meaning San Diegans with underlying medical issues may want to be a little more careful about potential COVID exposure.